You crazy motherfuckers. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back, everybody. But there are crazy motherfuckers going on in StreamYard. I'm telling you that right now. But how y'all doing? Welcome back. It's the weekly recap, episode 37. With me, I got Kate from Nerd with a Cigar. How you doing?
Hola, hola, hola.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know it's pronounced
Hola.
hola. But...
I know. And we also have Ambassadorial Wing or Ambassador. How you doing?
Flibbity flobbity.
Flibbity flobbity. Excellent. So, folks, we got some Acolyte news. We got some Terminator Zero news. We got some fucking StreamYard news. You fucks. Believe me, this is going to be on the ranch tomorrow too, folks, because this is just too much for one episode to cover. And we have other news as well called Sonic 3.
Yeah, some supersonic news.
Yeah. So, before we get started, Riot Kitty, good evening. Hey, player in the management profession, there be Demogeny and his fellows from the Pimp Raid. Awesome. Thank you. Dude, sorry that you are having some audio issues, Demogeny, because, yeah, man, your audio was a bit choppy, but I'm guessing it's on StreamYard. I'm hoping my audio holds out because we got some news, man, and you know what? We might as well start with that news, considering because it's important to all streamers that they know this. StreamYard, folks, is raising their price for their normal plan by nearly double.
Oof.
So yeah, they said, oh, we got new features on StreamYard, and by the way, we're sneaking it in here. You're going to be paying $44.99 next month, and I'm like, what? I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love the dark mode. Believe me, folks, I love this dark mode that we have. So there's little glare, but I'm going to show you all a picture, folks, so that it's like, oh, you're just talking shit. There's no raise in price and whatnot. There is. Yeah. Tell me again. There's not a raise in price. It is insane. Now, $44.99, and but get this. Hey, annually, it's only $35.99. You're still paying $350 or more, you're paying freaking like $350, $360 at the end of the year, or at the end of the billing cycle.
Mm-hmm.
After a year. So save up your fucking money. But this is insane. You added dark mode and a couple other features. Cool. But seriously, you are jumping your price by $19.99 to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck out of here. Now, folks, I want to keep making you guys content. I tried looking at OBS. I tried looking at Streamlabs. I have to download that stuff. It won't download on a Chromebook. So I am going to have to regulate my spending. And I'm just going to have to possibly investigate other avenues. I mean, Ambassador told me something about how I might be able to get a $10 plan or something. But holy shit, man. This is fucking nuts. Who is going to pay $45 a month for StreamYard?
Not right now.
I mean, I have no choice in the matter.
In this economy?
Right. I mean, Bidenomics. It's working, folks. You fucker Harris and you Harrisnomics and Bidenomics. Fuck you both, man. Not you two in the panel, but the two in the White House. I mean, this is Bidenomics, folks. $25 was a bit excessive, in my opinion, at first. But now $45? Are you fucking kidding me? That is a 90% increase.
For marginally better perks.
Yeah, marginally better perks. You get the 4K recording, you get the dark mode, and maybe a couple other things. That justifies a $20 increase? Out of your fucking mind. And for those who are like paying already like $50 for the advanced, now you're paying an extra $39 or fucking 40 more bucks on that. You're almost paying $90. And I tried tagging StreamYard. It's like, could you explain your justification behind nearly doubling your price? Ignored.
Well,
I did a short on my YouTube channel, folks. 13 views hours ago. Yeah, tell me that YouTube's not suppressing algorithm by not telling me that YouTube's suppressing algorithm. They don't want people to know. They want this to fucking spring on you. So please spread the message. Share that freaking screenshot. Screenshot my stream. You got full permission to do so. And show that this is coming October. October 1st is when the shit starts.
Okay, would you like to go first?
Yeah, would you? So let me pass it to the panel. What do you guys think of this?
Okay,
Kate?
nerd. Earth to nerd.
She
Earth
might
to nerdy
be
Kate.
away.
Okay, well, I'll chime in here because, well,
Yeah,
as a streamer,
definitely.
You could have at least bought me dinner first before you decided to bend me over and screw me, StreamYard.
Right?
Just saying. You at least could have slipped me a low grade. No, I can't go there because I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah, no
GHB
jokes.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. No. You could have at least given me a reach around before you decided to screw me over, StreamYard. Because you look like that. You look like that. You look like the guy that Sergeant Hartman described in Full Metal Jacket. You look like the type of guy that wouldn't have the common courtesy to give me a reach around while you're screwing me in the asshole.
Right.
I'm sorry. In this economy,
it's a reach around joke, isn't
it? But it works. But in this economy, nobody is going to flip the bill for $45 for a streaming app. We'll figure out an alternative. Now,
flip the bill.
Flip the bill. Okay.
Well, and they're doing the same thing for podcasters.
Foot the bill.
They're doing a similar thing where like Anchor is, I forget, but a friend of mine said something about like Anchor was pulling similar shit where it was like the cost went up and it wasn't, it wasn't feasible anymore. And it just didn't make sense. So it seems like it's like across the board, like it's trying to dissuade people from being those smaller creators. Unless you're,
yeah.
Well, look, here's the thing. I think
but
this is even going to affect
I even tried contacting them. Mm-hmm. I tried contacting them. It's like, fucking answer us. We pay you. Answer us.
Yeah.
But continue, Ambassador. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, this is going to affect everybody that does streaming, that does podcasts, that does anything that you use StreamYard for. It's going to affect it's going to affect us little guys a little bit more, but yeah, I imagine it's even going to pinch the bigger guys on YouTube as well. So, because they may have a bit more disposable income, but nowadays nobody has a whole lot of disposable income. Everybody's feeling the pinch, and that includes everybody. So,
I mean, this
is uncalled for. This is completely. You're not giving us You're not this one real quick. You're not giving us value for the money we're about to pony up for. You want us to pay $45 a month for one or two extra things? No. You need to give us a real incentive to consider putting up that type of dough for your product. So, okay, go ahead, Kate.
No. Sorry to interrupt. I was just gonna say, like, even Netflix came out with like what their like cheaper option, which is like $8 instead of their $15-20 option. For like with that,
And you
whatever,
get
just to
ads.
give people. Yeah, you get ads and it's like not 4K, but it's like 1020 or something. But it gave people an option to, watch shows like, that are those big ones, Stranger Things and whatnot,
Mhm.
without, it hitting the bank. So if you want to be bougie, because, like I used to have just like free through my phone service, like Hulu with ads. And I remember watching with a friend, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, do you have commercials?" And I'm like, "It's free through my phone service. Like, I don't understand." But like, I guess she was a couple years younger than me, and there is a big difference between like millennials and Zoomers. Where like I remember growing up without the internet. I remember having to wait 5 or 6 minutes for the internet to scream at you to wake up, and then get going. Or have your mom yell at you, "Get off the phone! I gotta use the computer." Or
Yeah.
like I remember a time before we had a
Yeah.
computer in my house, so I do remember that sweet spot in between. So I don't mind watching ads, but there is a lot of push nowadays. Um, anyway, I'm getting off topic, but people waste a
It's
lot of money.
just
People waste a lot of money on
yeah.
dumb shit, but like for this, it seems like a waste of money for, oh, here's like one perk or two perks. Like dark mode, really? That's an extra $20. There's not a tiered system where you can choose the perks you want and get a cheaper system. I don't know. I'm just with you, man. Like I feel you. Like when
I
you're
mean,
trying to be on a
that's a
budget
good
and they
idea.
raise,
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah,
That tiered
pick the perks
system.
you want.
yeah,
And then,
that's a good idea. Choose your set your plan by choosing what perks you want. Me, I do like a 4-person stream as much as 4 people and dark mode and fucking like 50 hours a month in order to ensure that I have enough time to do my streams and such. And that would be it. Plus, well, all right, plus 1080 and whatever doing like the banners and whatnot. And that would be it. That's all I would require. So if that would cost like $25, $30, fine. But you guys are jumping your price. You're doubling your price. Nearly doubling your price, to be specific. That's insane. And you don't even have the courtesy to put in a proper email. Just to let you know, we are raising the price from $25 to $44.99. Because you guys need to know, or because we are also adding features, not to mention our economy is kind of crashing. It's like, no wonder people are going to Rumble, because Rumble, you have your own streaming bit, I believe. Me, I don't like Rumble because they kind of fucked me over with the mirroring the accounts. It's like, I want my stuff over here, but you stop doing it in the middle of it. You know? I don't even see the free mode on StreamYard anymore. Yeah, they got rid of it. I believe they got rid of the free mode.
They got rid of free mode altogether?
I think so, because I don't see it, or I didn't see it when I...
That's cruddy. That's outright cruddy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you don't have all the extra perks, but at least...
I mean,
But at least you could at least stream on it.
Right? It's like, give me the free mode, man. I'd take that over. But they didn't give you our thing for it. We were told we could order a la carte, like the cafeteria. Only that, yeah, no, yeah. It's absolutely nuts StreamYard is springing this shit. They don't even have the courtesy to go onto Twitter or X to let people know. No, they want to show you the perks that are coming without telling you that they're going to burn a hole in your wallet to do it.
Advance. They didn't let you know like a couple months.
No, they didn't. Except I got an email today showing, oh, we got a dark mode finally, because it's like, did you guys like get a dark mode? I mean, I just threw that idea out there in a tweet like a few weeks ago or a week ago or something. And somebody's like, hey, you're getting your wish. And it's like, okay, cool. But then I get the email and it's like, let me pull up the email because it's insane.
I don't think I got an email.
Yeah, I'm going to go to my trash because I do remember that I trashed the fucker. But it's like, are you out of your fucking mind? Where was it? Streamer. Goals. Yesterday, keep up with the... Okay, that's odd. And StreamYard. Oh, yeah. New subscription plan plus 4K local recordings, reusable studios, dark mode, 1080p screen sharing, and camera shapes. Camera shapes. Let me see, folks. Is there any other features like camera shapes? Oh, I don't know. I don't see any camera shape stuff, but so I guess that's... Yeah. Sorry about the internet lag, dude, or Aislinn. Believe me, I understand that too. But yeah, so yeah, 4K or first, let's look at the updates. Where's the bomb that they drop on you? Yeah, with the new plans already in effect, you'll automatically be moved to the core with the monthly price of $44.99 following your upcoming renewal on 10/1/24. In the meantime, you'll have full access to all features, including the core plan at no additional cost. If you wish to keep using StreamYard's core plan going forward, no further action is required. As always, you can manage or cancel your subscription at any time. Really? Fucking really? That's what they get you. It's like new perks. And then you look at the new perks, and most people don't read the emails, folks. Most people are like, okay, yeah, cool. New perks. All right, let's check this out. But then what they don't show you in the fine print, this is something that should be at the top of the fucking email. By the way, we are also increasing the price.
Mm-hmm.
New subscription plan. I thought that meant another tier. I didn't know that it was a price increase, because when you go to StreamYard to look at your billing to change your plan, it's only the $44.99 or the $88.99, as I showed in the screenshot that I shared earlier. So it does kind of wonder, what the fuck is going on? You know? It does make you wonder. So with that out of the way, make sure, folks, that you share this, because I will, or share the stream out, go to my short YouTube shorts, share out my most recent short. People need to know that StreamYard is about to sucker the lot of them. I mean, let Drunk 3PO know, let everybody know that whatever streamers you know, Nerdrotic, OMB Reviews, fucking all those Friday Night Tights folks that I don't watch. Let them all know they're about to get a lot of things. I mean, yes, I still paid the $25 sub thing too, Damaj and I, but according to StreamYard, it's going up to $44.99. It's insane. That is insane. So yeah, mine still has the you still have an option to do a $25 sub or a subscription. I would love to flip and that. I mean, I want to know what the heck is going on here, because I do not like what they are pulling here, folks. So if I have no other option, I will do the $44.99. However, if I can get the $25 or reclaim on the $25 one, you bet your sweet ass I'm going to be doing it. But no free plan. Okay, so I'm going to have to find a way to get or find out why I can't find the $25 one, dude. So that's odd because I can't.
Because you've been on StreamYard for a while.
Yeah. And I am also doing their thing in my descriptions of my live streams. If you click on the link in the description, if you're new to StreamYard, you'll get a $10 credit or some shit. And I've been doing their promotion on that for a bit. But no free plan. That's insane. They got rid of the free plan. But yeah, folks, holy crap. I don't see the 44 plan on mine yet. I mean, hold on. Yeah, this is the email that I got here. Let me close that. And it says, yeah, with the new plans you'll automatically be moved to the core with the monthly price of $44.99. I mean, I am definitely going to have to be looking at this thing because it's like, I don't want that, you know? Go to change plan on it, Damaj, I see if you might see it there, man, because this is insane. Mm-hmm. I mean, I wouldn't be talking about this if it was a hoax, folks. Believe me, I wouldn't. But hey, shoot, let me bring it back up. Share this tab instead. Because when I go to change plan, hold on. When I go to can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Because it said that my audio went out. This is what I get when I go to change plan. I don't get any other options besides these two. So I want to know what the fuck is going on. You only see basic and pro. I mean, I'm hoping more news comes out about this as time goes on. So what?
They better. I said they better if they know it's good for them. Otherwise, they're gonna have a crap storm on their hands.
Right? There's gonna have a bunch of people just saying and delete.
Yeah,
I'll figure out another way to. I'll figure out another way to do my videos.
Yep. I mean,
pre-record and then or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. But we're going to move on to the next topic now. There was a teaser for Sonic 3, folks. The Sonic 3 teaser. And I'm not going to pull up the teaser because we would definitely copyright.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. We don't have to. Because you can always put the link in it later down in the description.
Yeah. But one thing that they did confirm is that Keanu Reeves is the voice of Shadow.
Oh,
so
boy.
it's like, dude, love it. You guys are colorful bunch.
Well,
you're a colorful
the
bunch.
cast was already good to begin with. Like Jim Carrey, amazing as the villain. Come on. Ben Schwartz as Sonic just has like that silly voice for it.
Right.
Idris Elba as Knuckles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Knuckles show?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that Knuckles show is freaking awesome, folks.
And then Kristen Ritter's in this one.
Chris Pine.
It's a good cast.
Yeah.
And
they got
you know,
the
this
original
goes to
voice
show-
for what's her name too, or what's his name?
right.
Tails.
This just goes to show, like, you know, you give the fans what they want, just like a silly action comedy that looks cool.
But you know, here's the other thing too, because Sonic had a bit of an uphill battle. Because first they had that first render of Sonic, and then Sonic 1 came out right at the start of the pandemic. But it still garnered enough goodwill. It did well enough, considering that this is an example, a extremely isolated example of a video game franchise transitioning to a movie franchise and it doing well. They're up to movie 3 and it's still doing well.
It has the respect of the players.
That too. Well, not to mention, I mean, the video game movie franchises have been hit and miss, extremely so. I mean, we got a good one back in the 90s with Mortal Kombat. Then we got Annihilation, which sucked. And then for a long time, it was crap after crap after crap after crap after crap. Yeah. And then we finally got Sonic. And then we got Super Mario Brothers, which I'm talking about the CGI, not the 90s one. So I'm excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Because I love Sonic. I played it as a teenager. I played it as a kid. And they're continuing the story, and they're doing it in a way that's makes everybody happy.
But yeah, I'm seeing it, or I'm trying to find it right now. Sonic 3 trailer. Let's because I'll go back to the thing that I was going to share on X, which is the next topic, but we're going to stay on this topic. I want to see if I could find it.
Okay. Well, I will say the design for Shadow looks really good. It's actually pretty accurate to the video games, just more CGI'd, obviously, because they can do more with the 3D. They can do more with the CGI character than they can with the 2D or a partially 3D character, obviously.
It just looks like a good, fun trailer. Like, from what they've
been,
it's
meant to be.
The audience so far, like...
It's an example of a studio giving the audience what they want. Whereas you have, and we can discuss
so
go ahead. You got it?
Hold
on, I have it. So I'm going to pull it up. I'm not going to play it with audio, folks, but basically what it says, or what they're explaining, is that Shadow grew up opposite of what Sonic had. He had family, he had love. Shadow did not. And the way you see Shadow move in this trailer is insane, man. It's like he's there and then he's not. It's just, he's faster than Sonic, apparently.
It's almost like he teleports.
It's pretty much like he teleports. So let's play this just a little bit. I'm going to pause every now and then.
That's fine.
You got his family. He's got all of them going. And messages.
And now he can fly. Sonic can fly now.
Yeah.
Cool. I can dig it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's there. But yeah, the Shadow the Hedgehog thing. A lot of people are wondering, because they said they found this thing after 50 years, and it's like Sonic is only on Earth for like how many years? 2, 3 at the most.
Yeah.
Or like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And so you're telling me that suddenly this thing has been around for 50 years? I'm guessing that's because Robotnik got a hold of the Chaos Emeralds in the last movie and affected time to create a foil in case he failed.
That's possible.
So that's my guess. But yeah, you're about to see him cut loose here, Shadow. It's like, holy crap, dude. And apparently, Tails steals a helicopter.
Damn.
I mean, that, yeah, dude.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah. So apparently he does have he did have a friend, but that friend has probably died or betrayed him. And they're basically saying he has, or he doesn't have what they have. Yeah, maybe we should go down to there. All right. So I am going to play a little bit of audio here. Right here, because I want to hear Keanu's voice.
I do too.
So just to make sure, I should be sharing audio, yeah.
No.
You're a colorful bunch. I love that. It is so fucking awesome. It's like, dude, really? I'm standing right here. It's like, dude,
whoa,
he just teleported. Yeah,
wow,
it's like,
that's badass.
Yeah,
damn.
And then he just breaks freaking Knuckles' hand. And
Ouch.
It's like, oh shit. I mean, he's
almost like he teleports, and he's got rocket boots.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's going to be freaking
dude?
Killer as hell.
Yep.
Damn.
It's like, what? This movie looks good. I mean, they're going really freaking dark on this.
Is that a robot kaiju? Tell me that's
Looks
a robot,
like a robot
kaiju.
Crab. They're bringing back the Fat Man.
Robotnik.
I love that. It's like, hey, sir, visitors. He's screaming.
Robotnik got fat. He's
Well,
turning into Eggman. He went from slender to fat.
Yeah.
And he looks a little crazy.
Yeah. They dropped the quality for some weird reason. They went lower quality or more pixel.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
Just ripped his shirt off of me.
I mean, yeah.
This looks good.
I'm sold on it, man.
This is going. Can I just say it? And I don't want to get off on a big tangent. This is going to crush Mufasa. Just saying. That's all I'm gonna say. This is going to crush Mufasa.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Anybody who thinks
Mufasa,
this is going to crush,
man.
This is your new king.
I mean,
Sonic is your new king.
Can I go off on this tangent that you've introduced? Orange?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Kay.
What in the world kind of story can they tell with Mufasa? Him growing up with Scar and like being better than him? Like,
no clue.
What? Because we already know that Simba's story from The Lion King is basically Kimba the White Lion and Hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
What's Mufasa?
Right.
Anywho, end of my little tangent.
But yeah, going back to the other thing, or let me just get this thing going for. There we go. But yeah, Sonic 3 looks fucking dope. And if it wasn't for what's his name? the director, Todd Phelps or whatever, if it wasn't for the fact that he listened to the backlash, it's like, what is this horrific design that you guys put here?
Not to mention the fans.
And he's like, look, we heard you. We're going to fix it a little bit because we have to fix it, but we will make it better. And it's because he did that. It is because he listened. People were flocking to the theater. Fucking COVID be damned. And then Sonic 2 came out. And they're going to be like, Chaos Emeralds, fucking Knuckles. And we already got the tease with Tails. So it's like, dude, nice. So, yeah. How are they going to step it up? By bringing in Sonic's foil, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Which is still lore, like, that's lore accurate, right? If I remember correctly.
I think so. Yeah.
Like, it's been a while since I've played a Sega, but...
Yeah.
And I'm not as familiar with those games, but... Yeah.
I mean... Is he going to go Super Saiyan like he did in the last episode or in the last movie? Because basically Sonic went supersonic or Super Saiyan Sonic, apparently. And I'm looking at myself, it's like...
Super Saiyan Sonic?
When did he go Super Saiyan? I mean, because he's all gold and shit. And I'm like, dude, love it. I want more. And he just fucking lifts his hand up and conjures a hot dog. And it's like, the fuck? I mean, that's just a kid for you, man. But now they got Shadow the Hedgehog coming, dude. And I'm like, and when I saw that in theaters, it's like they found this bunker 50 years ago, and it was Shadow the Hedgehog. And I'm like, dude, fucking do it. Because, oh my God, man, I am looking forward to this. So, yeah, come December 20th, my ass is in theaters. If my theater will get the seats or movie on release date. Because I'm going to Beetlejuice this weekend.
I'm going to try like hell.
Oh, Beetlejuice,
Actually,
Beetlejuice?
You know what?
This weekend, Beetlejuice comes out this weekend.
I'm torn about that one because, okay, as orange as you know, because of like personal things in life, I haven't been able to get to the movie theaters in a while. So I'm still dodging spoilers from Deadpool, and I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm just gonna have to wait for it to come out on streaming and just watch it at home, which is fine. I'm willing to do that.
Just get it on home video. Screw streaming.
Right.
That way you'll have it forever.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I was just gonna buy. So from what I hear, it's worth getting, but I don't have the first two on DVD, so I might just wait till like all three come out on DVD and like just buy like a combo pack or whatever.
Feature. Yeah, triple threat.
Yeah, right, exactly. Just get the whole trilogy. Because I know I'm gonna like it.
Is the chat continuing? Because
you've never seen the first two Deadpools?
No, I have.
Oh.
I haven't seen the third Deadpool, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you said
I just don't have... No. I just don't have the first two in hard copy. I like having hard copies of my... I'm old school. I have CDs.
I am
too.
Media. I am too.
I have books. Like, don't get me wrong. I also have, a Kindle. I also have streaming and movies that I've bought on there.
I got you, Kate. I got you.
But for the most part, I like physical media, which sucks when I move. But I like it because I'm a conspiracy theorist, and when they start changing things, you can't change the books on my shelves. You can't change the DVDs on my shelves. You can't edit those.
You're right.
Yeah, no, I got you. Okay. All right, fair enough.
So in the long run is what I mean, like the investment of the three. But this one, Sonic 3, I might be able to bring, I might be able to go and bring my fam and just go and make
definitely a family movie. totally a
Right,
fan.
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this one I don't have to wait on. So if y'all want to do a review, let me know. I might be down.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, or come December, like, or comes out the 20th, 22nd will be a Sunday.
I'm
So
gonna try.
unless you're all on Christmas family vacation, we're gonna do the Sunday stream.
Got it.
So,
I will let you
Gotcha.
know when the time comes. I'm a
Well, you
and it
got
will be
time.
a Sonic.
by
It will be pure
yeah,
Sonic.
I'm not a planner that far
I
out.
am.
I don't even know what
I
I'm doing
am.
next. So
I am. I'm a big time planner.
I'm more of a go with the
All
flow
right,
kind of
so
girl. Or if you make the plans, I'll
Okay.
just follow along.
Okay.
alrighty. So
All right,
moving
so-
on to our next one. Any final thoughts on the Sonic trailer?
I'm hyped.
Thumbs up.
That's
Looks
my
good.
final thought.
That's my thought.
All right. All right. So the
Oh,
next one
goody!
is
The gift that keeps on giving.
Amandla.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Amandla Stenberg throws shade at fans for Acolyte Cancellation. Now, I got Culture Crave's tweet up here
Sorry.
because he
I'm
basically
sorry.
provided all the important parts. Now, I gave my thoughts on this, folks. Unfortunately, it's not getting 7,000 views like the Rachel Zegler shit did. But it's kind of suppressed by the algorithm. Everybody else's Stenberg videos got like thousands of views, but they're exceptionally a lot bigger channels.
I got
So,
340
hey, that's awesome.
for mine, so I'm happy.
Nice. Hey, that's awesome, dude.
Granted,
But
it wasn't
yeah,
specific about
so
Stenberg, but it was about the Acolyte in general.
yeah. So this is Culture Crave's thing here. And I'm going to make sure that this is paused. Okay. No, pause. Yeah, this bitch is doing her hair.
Read between the lines, sweetheart. Read between the lines.
Yeah, she's doing her hair, folks. And she's doing her hair. And she's talking about how hyper-conservative alt-right bigotry and divisiveness led to the cancellation of the Acolyte. What?
Which is an unfair assessment because every negative YouTuber that I have consumed over the past couple months about the Acolyte has said nothing about skin color and nothing about, you know what I mean? It was just,
Exactly.
hey, why did you break canon? Hey, why did you break canon within your own show? Hey, why doesn't this make sense? Hey, why is the writing bad? It was the same thing with the negativity that people had for Kenobi. People were like, "Oh, it's the racist comments toward Moses Ingram." I actually really liked Moses Ingram's character. If Kenobi existed on its own and it didn't exist within the Star Wars universe, I would have liked her character. I liked her performance.
If it was called the Leia show, maybe.
right. But you know what I mean? Like if we took it away from Star Wars and we just
Yeah, I get it.
dissect as it is,
Yeah.
it would have had a more favorable review at least. But it had nothing to do with the color of her skin, and I feel like they do that. They hire black or women actors, or they've hired diversity, DEI, and then whenever there's a negative comment about it, it's like you hide behind whatever that DEI is, and it's like, no, we're not attacking. I don't care if you hire a blue person, just make it good.
The problem,
but
you know, go ahead, bud.
No, you go.
Okay. We have heard these same tired, repetitive comments on the fandom since 20 freaking 17. I'm not gonna go back and say there was. I mean, was there a lot of clapback with the Force Awakens? Sure, but the clapback really hit hard with TLJ. You
Mhm.
don't like women? Yes, we do. You don't like people of color? Yes, we do. You don't like people who are homosexual? We don't care. Write the character, make it interesting, make the story coherent, and we will base it on those merits, which is what
Yes,
every fan, what every reviewer that's worth their salt, that has 1 ounce of integrity to their freaking name, does. You
correct.
don't like the fact that we didn't receive your tripe and just clapped at like a bunch of trained seals. You failed. You failed badly. You got backlash, and now you're coping, and now you're making all these outrageous claims that have no basis in reality. Amandla Stenberg, I don't care what your last name is. I don't care that you're black. I don't care that you consider yourself non-binary. Leslie Helen, I don't care that you're a freaking lesbian. I don't care about your wife being a character on the show that you produced and did so badly. You did a crap show. You did a crap direction. You did crap writing. The actors did the best they could with the crap that you gave them. And unfortunately, it turned out to be a massive pile of crap. And it has nothing to do with who you sleep with, what your skin color is, what your pronouns are. It's with the fact that you're a bunch of talentless hacks that have no business being anywhere near any franchise, much less Star Wars. If you went to Lord of the Rings, you would probably suck. If you went to another franchise, you would probably suck. It just so happens you have to have landed in Star Wars with Kathleen Kennedy who will hire anybody with 2 brain cells and that will kiss her fat, white, privileged ass. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, and you hit the nail on the head. I feel like the video from Amandla, Amandla,
Amandla. Yeah, Amandla.
Amandla,
Yeah, she thinks
Amandla.
she
whatever. I
Yeah.
don't care.
she
It's
seemed
fucking weird.
just completely out of touch. She repeated several times that the show had been canceled, but to save face, like all of the PR stuff coming out that Disney has is like, oh, it's not canceled. It just was one season and it wasn't renewed. And it's like, okay, well, it wasn't. There are plenty of things on TV where they tell you, hey, this is going to be one season and that's it. I mean, freaking Kate Winslet has done like 5 or 6 of them on HBO. It's called a miniseries, like, or a limited series or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was canceled. So to try to save face and say, oh no, it was the plan all along just to do this. No, you left a whole bunch of open endings and mystery boxes for season 2. You expected there to be a season 2. Your main actress repeated on several occasions that there was supposed to be a season 2 and that you guys got canceled. And so, like, pick a story and stick with it. It either was a limited series and it wasn't canceled, it just wasn't renewed, or it was right wing conservatives' fault, um, that it was canceled, which also doesn't make any sense because you mean to say that the alt right convinced everybody else not to watch your show? Because we all see the ratings. The ratings, if the numbers are to be believed, are still not in your favor. They were still bad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to
So,
address this from Chris Daly after you're done. So,
like, it's all of the things that they're trying to blame. It just doesn't make sense. And just like the show, it contradicts itself. Pick a story and stick with it. Which one is it? Did you not get canceled or did you get canceled? And make it make sense. But either way, your show sucked. You got canceled. Nobody watched it. More people are talking about it afterwards because for some reason there's like a woke mob who didn't watch the show and who aren't Star Wars fans are like, oh, let's rally. Kind of like the people who want to like yell about, like women's soccer and who can't name like 5 women's soccer players. You know what I mean? Like it's that group. So just it's over, it's canceled, it's done. I just hope that all of this hype and people talking about it doesn't like make Kathleen Kennedy go, wait, maybe I'll give it a second season. Like, please, God, everyone stop talking about it so there isn't actually a second season.
Oh, they won't do a second season, and I'll tell you why. But one of the things, but to address this first, if we only blockaded these franchises like Gillette, they'd change course. Money matters at the end of the day. It'll run out eventually. It already has, Chris, as they actually said we didn't get the numbers for return of investment. And here's the thing, folks. All these Acolyte fans, they said, don't watch it, don't watch it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Well, as a very wise base commander in G.I. Jane said to Jane when she said, just treat me the same, no better, no worse, you're going to get what you want. But are you going to want what you get? Because you yourselves, with all your bitching, said, don't watch it. Well, not watching it creates an inevitable outcome that is an undesirable result, meaning bad ratings. Mm-hmm. You see, I watched it. Kate watched it, adding to the numbers. And yet, here's the thing, folks. It still failed. You had the Friday night type 10 people on that show watching it. It still failed. You had the or Star Wars Theory watching
even
it.
With the hate watchers, review.
Yeah, all the hate watchers watching it.
Or I wouldn't call them hate watchers. They would call them hate watchers. I would say traditional Star Wars reviewers. You like Orange, you may not like, all of them. I watch some of them. Probably there's an overlap between some of y'all's audience and their audience. But they did a pretty honest review somewhat. They did pretty similar to yours of like, okay, here's what they didn't do, here's what they're talking about in Star Wars, here's what they're trying to talk about, so it was a pretty, not the 9 panel, I don't watch those are freaking chaos, but some of the individual ones, I mean.
I mean, I'm not saying that anybody can't watch them. I mean, I don't particularly watch all of them either. I stick to a very select group.
But what I mean is, like, overall, like, even with the, your, like, 10 to 15 people over there who are watching it to review it, I didn't give them any numbers because I do my own thing. But even with the hate watchers, y'all couldn't even pull out numbers.
Nope, you couldn't.
But I can't wait for our reviews when we do weekly recaps of like how season 2 of Rings of Power is bombing. Because
I'm not touching Rings of Power. I'm not touching that.
No, not even reviews of it?
Nope, I will not even discuss reviews. I am not giving Rings of Power. I made a promise on Tolkien's memory that I intend to keep. I will not.
I like sitting back and drinking wine and like watching it burn, kind of like Cersei Lannister with her enemies. But
to get back to my point, folks. Yeah. Y'all told us not to watch it. We didn't watch it. Now it had bad ratings and it got canceled. And then you all launched a petition.
Now you want to cry about it.
And y'all got like 80,000 signatures. Good job.
Oh, did it jump?
Folks, no,
did it jump up?
Yeah, let's give him a hand. Let's give him a hand. Yep.
It was a couple of hundred. It was a couple of hundred over like the course of 24 hours, and that made me laugh.
It only got like 720 in a couple of hours or a day, or on the first day it got like 720. But the thing is, it's climbed to like 80,000. Here's the thing. Good job with the 80,000. Y'all proved that there's 80,000 Acolyte fans out there. Do you know how many Star Wars fans there are out there, folks? I'll give you a hint. What is the world population currently at? Like 8 billion?
7 billion-ish.
7 billion, 8 billion. All right, so 7 billion. Here's the thing. Approximately 1/7 of the world population are Star Wars fans.
Wow.
1 billion
Nice.
plus
At least.
Star Wars fans rejected the Acolyte. So
Air
let me
high
ask
five,
you.
everyone.
So all these people here, folks, all these people who are bitching online on X are saying, "Oh, it's this lower group of toxic men, and it's the vocal minority that got the Acolyte canceled." No, it is the vocal majority that didn't watch the show that led to the show being canceled, because you all decided to throw shade at us, and Miss Amandla Stenberg decided to do a little ghetto tricks video where she looks like she's calling her man to put a baby in her in a black and white diss
And
track.
even as she said on The View or whatever, she's like, I did a diss track. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
how'd that work out?
And it's like,
Cancel.
No, that's not. No,
it's confirmed, by the way, folks. It's confirmed her diss track added to the people stopping watching to stop watching the show. She damaged her own show with that diss track. She's like, "Oh, you want to fucking call us all racist? Fine, fuck your show." People turned it off. She canceled her own fucking show because she wanted to call people racist and bigots and all that stuff while twerking and hoping for a baby daddy to come along and put a bun in the oven. So good job, you dumb. I'm not going to use that gaming word. But the thing is, let me finish. The thing is, folks, at the end of the day, this petition, I'm happy that they have done their petition, because it has revealed just how many of those people out there are. And when they say that we are the vocal minority, they just proved themselves wrong. There are that whole, there are more of us campaign that Disney did. You just proved yourselves wrong. When we did our counter, there are way more of us campaign. When OG and Mara Jade and Rhino and all of them did their campaign, there are way more of us.
I wish I could be part of that.
Billion strong. And let me tell you, Disney listened to the billions of people who will actually maybe one day give them more money if they straighten their fucking or if they straighten the fuck out.
Maybe.
If they make the content that is respectful, if they stop pushing political bullshit, because I hate to tell you this, folks, and yes, I'm going to get very freaking dirty here. If it wasn't for the fact that Leslie Headland didn't use the Acolyte to flick her bean or to do a daddy flick bean session because she hates her daddy so much, maybe the show wouldn't have been shit. Maybe if she respected the lore, had Rugus Gnome, Darth Tenebris, as the person in the background. Here's how I would have done the show, the ending of The Acolyte. Amandla Stenberg and Manny Jacinto are like, they're on their little island mountain or their little island thing, and they're getting ready to continue their training. Suddenly there's a knock on their door. And as he's going to get the door, a lightsaber goes through the door, a blood red lightsaber. Slices him in two. The door is blown inward by a force push. You see a masked Sith Lord come in and then rush towards Amandla Stenberg and cut her down. OSHA character. That would have been a perfect ending for the Acolyte, because this dumb fuck, Chimere, Manny Jacinto's character, is like, oh, well, you guys might call me a Sith. The Sith of the Bane era, Tenebris, Plagueis, would have slaughtered him for exposing themselves like that. So yeah, that would have been the perfect fucking ending of that show. And I would have been, folks, this is no joke. I'm going to tell it to you straight. If they had done that ending, if they had that little Darth Plagueis cameo, if he would have gone, or if he would have looked out and been like, they're on this island, and then Darth Tenebris comes in and slaughters these two, I would have said that was well worth the suffering. And
Yeah.
I would have said that was their best episode ever, because it made it so that there is a little bit, not a lot, a little bit, just a tiny bit of chances that they save the timeline. Because yeah, you still got that dumb shit with the Yoda thing, but still, if they would have had Darth Tenebris and Darth Plagueis just come in and slaughter them while they were unexpected, oh damn, I would have been, you know what? This show may have sucked, but it had the best fucking ending.
It would have been almost as good as the Vader scene in Rogue One.
I mean, yeah, here's the thing, folks. As good as that scene was, I don't.
Yeah.
Say what?
Or the Mandalorian season 2 ending.
Oh yeah.
I mean, as bad as the shows are, I do give credit where credit is due. The Vader scene in Rogue One, the Vader scenes actually, with him talking to Krennic and then him slaughtering rebels. Mm-hmm. I will admit, those are good scenes. I mean, it brings it back to that feel. However, it was Kathleen Kennedy who actually told them, put the Vader scene in. And so I will give credit where credit is due. You had a great slice them up shot.
Yeah.
You had a great slice them up scene.
You know,
the movie itself has problems.
Yeah.
But I fully admit when that movie first came out, I liked it and I thought it was okay. And then I went back into the EU, did some comparisons, and I'm like, I still prefer the EU stuff though.
Sure. George himself said that he liked the film. I did not want to watch the film because I was like, oh god, here we go. And then because I think it was after Solo, right?
No,
no, Solo came after.
It was supposed to be. There were supposed to be like 3 or 4 different anthology movies. Unfortunately, because Solo did so badly, they stopped the whole idea.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I just didn't remember like the timeline of when they came out of like why I particularly didn't want to see the movie, and I didn't want to see it. I was like, ugh, why are they making this? And then I saw it and I really enjoyed it. And I remember, spoiler alert, for those who haven't seen it, it's between it's like right before episode 4. You know, it's between episode 3 and 4.
A few days before episode 4, roughly.
Right.
No, it's minutes before episode 4.
And so I was like,
it ends.
So I was like, 10 minutes before the ending of this movie, I'm like, why isn't anybody dead yet? Like, there's like everybody should die, right? Like, because I'm waiting for everyone to be dead, and then finally the ending where they're like looking at the quote unquote sunset because they're not really on a whatever, and then they all blow up, and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. Because I'm like just waiting. I'm like, are they gonna die? Like, is it gonna happen?
Yeah,
but the Vader scenes of just the terror of like, oh no, we need those plans. Like, and even though we know episode 4, they did a good job of editing and doing the music and of just creating that tension of like, shit, Vader's gonna like get it. Oh my god. Like, oh my goodness. Even though we know, we've seen Star Wars. I don't know. I just thought it was good. Those are good ass freaking shots. So yeah, give Kathleen Kennedy her one thing that she did right. Good job.
Well, technically,
One
here's
time.
the crazy thing, and this is something some people may have forgotten, and it's okay. This was actually a story that John Knoll, who worked for ILM, and I think he still does, had written. And he brought it to Lucasfilm and was like, he brought it to the higher ups and was like, hey, I got this idea for an anthology story, and it takes place right before episode 4, because he had always thought, okay, what was that whole thing like? What was the whole plan like to get the plans to the Death Star? And
Mm-hmm.
Rogue One came out of that. I know people give Rogue One a lot of crap, but personally, and no, I don't just say that because I don't say this just because it's the general consensus. This is by far one of the best Star Wars movies outside of the original trilogy or even the prequels. I have it right next to all my copies of the different iterations of the original trilogy, the specialized and despecialized versions. This movie is a bit slower. It is a war movie set in the Star Wars universe, which was its original intention in the first place. And set in that period, it works perfectly because there are no Jedi to save the day. There is no army of Sith. There's just Sidious and Vader, and we get 2 scenes with Vader, and quite frankly, 2 scenes is all you need with him. You want the focus to be on the characters. I know a lot of people say, well, all these people are going to die, but you know what? Yeah, they're all going to die, but they're all going to die for a good cause. And by the end of the movie, you've had this time with these characters, the Rogue Squadron, the original Rogue Squadron, if you want to call them that, the Rogue Crew, the original one. You care when they die. You feel bad when K2SO dies. You care when Chirrut and Baze die. You care when Cassian and Jyn die.
Right.
That's the intention. You care when those members of Gold and Red Squadron, even Gray Squadron die. You care that all these people died, but they died for a good cause. And that was, I think, the greatest through point for this. War is often about sacrifice. I don't want to protract this any longer because I know you two want to talk about Terminator Zero, so I don't want to drag this on any longer.
No, you're good because I love talking about Star Wars. But
we're getting off the point.
Yeah.
Rogue One is Star Wars done right. Acolyte is completely polar opposite of Star Wars done right. It's wrong in every conceivable way that can be done wrong.
Yeah.
So, there.
But also, Amandla Stenberg basically is saying that all this stuff is based on vitriol and bigotry and alt-right shit. It is bullshit. And I'm sorry, or my final thoughts on this, folks, is that the fact that she took the time out to make it political and didn't have enough respect to stop doing her hair, put her fucking shit down, and address the fans eye to eye, looking at the camera, reeks of narcissism. I don't give 2 shits what this woman has to say. But if she's going to say something, you're damn right I'm going to report on it because I feel that people have a right to know what these people think of the people. You just called 1 billion people alt-right, bigots, and vitriolic, essentially. Here's the thing, Amandla. You might want to think about what you say because nobody's going to want to watch your shit now. You just pissed off a shit ton of people. And believe it or not, yeah, I will agree with you. Go out and vote, folks. As she said, you guys got to go vote. And it's like, okay, I'm going to vote for the person that you hate. And I'm going to stand with the billions of people that you hate because you can't understand that what you did was wrong. That video you made calling all the people bigots and haters, when people like me looked at your show on its merits and tore it to shreds. Because the show on its merits, writing, choreography, acting, and whatnot, it wasn't good. Your show didn't rival, or your show's lightsaber battles didn't rival The Phantom Menace. Your music was very much forgettable. Your acting or the acting, there was only one real actor that actually did a good job, Manny Jacinto's character, Chimere. And despite what a lot of the other bigger channels that I have contended with have to say, oh, sex in Star Wars, oh, scissoring space lesbians. I didn't do that. I looked at it from an objective standpoint because I'm not going to give Disney the ammunition needed to validate their opinions. They're very wrong opinions. By having the other channels, and they're free to do so, folks. I'm not going to dispute that they are free to do so. By having them do the whole scissoring lesbians and sex scene for the ladies and whatnot, I understood the reasons behind some of these seasons or some of those scenes, and me and Kate discussed them in previous weekly recaps. But there is no freaking way that I was going to say it was because of scissoring lesbians that the show failed. No, it was because of the poor ratings. And Amandla Stenberg isn't doing Disney any favors. I mean, honestly, I think that Disney should come out and say, you know what, Amandla, you are not doing us any favors. You are turning people against our company. You are harming the bottom line. And I'm sorry, you're no longer welcome or you no longer have a future in Disney. That's how I would handle it. If I was one of the higher ups, I'd be like, get Amandla Stenberg in here ASAP.
Well, they have this issue because they keep hiring these actors who are narcissistic, like you said. They keep hiring people like, who's the Snow White bitch again? Anywho, they keep hiring
Rachel
these
Zegler.
people, and Rachel Zegler and Rachel Zegler. So they've got a triple whammy. They've got Marvel, they've got Brie Larson, they've got Rachel Zegler for Disney, and for Lucas, they've got Amandla Stenberg. So it's like they've got a triple whammy in all three of their departments of their like three major brands under Disney, and it's bitten them in the ass. When is Disney going to learn? Stop hiring these actors who just want to be activists. Just be an actor and shut up. Like, just dress up, learn your parts, play your part, and that's it. And sell your movie and be gone with it. It just, this whole like, oh, it's because of racism that our show failed, just reeks of like Peter Dinklage post Game of Thrones saying people didn't like the ending because they wanted the two, white people to run off into the sunset together. And it's like, no, that's not why people didn't like the ending. You weren't paying attention to any of the critique. Like, people weren't paying attention to any of your critique or of similar critiques that you've had of like actually critiquing it. They just go, oh, you're racist. It's like, you can't argue with that. You're just being stupid, and that's why your show's canceled.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, answering a thingy here. But moving on to our final thing. One second, folks. Sorry, I have to All right. Moving on to our final topic for the night. Terminator Zero came out on August 29th, 2024. The anniversary to Judgment Day. And I checked it out. I checked out all 8 episodes. This little shit only did 4 of the episodes. So we're only going to discuss 4 episodes right now. The first 4 episodes, basically the intro, time travel, and essentially Judgment Day has begun. And up to the 4th episode. The 4th episode, Judgment Day is happening. However, there is a counterfoil to Judgment Day that also started, which was this guy, Malcolm Lee, doing or created an AI, a counter AI to
like
Skynet.
these two AIs sort of. Well, the theory is this guy wants them to counter each other.
Yes.
But the interesting, cool part is, wait, is it in episode 5 or in episode 4 where he's like trying to convince this counter AI, and it has a Japanese name. I forgot the name of it.
Kokoro.
Kokoro. He's trying to convince Kokoro, and Kokoro is like, why should I side with the humans? You know, and
You're a destructive
like
species.
real briefly before we get into like the plot and stuff, visually excellent. And this first scene is very reminiscent of the Matrix and Trinity. You get this just really fast-paced action scene in the beginning. It's not Mary Sue. It doesn't feel Mary Sue. There was one moment where I was like, "Oh wow, you shoot like a stormtrooper. Like you didn't hit anything." That was my only thing.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it's
other than
like
that,
Terminators are a little bit more accurate than that.
that was, but I felt like maybe that was being a little nitpicky. There were little moments like that where I was like, "Come on, really?" But overall, like visually really good. The 2D and mix of 3D animation, visually really good. They took bits of like Animatrix and The Matrix, and I don't know if you've ever seen Person of Interest, but Person of Interest had a
Love that show.
very similar plot line of like these two AIs like battling each other out. And I was like, oh, this reminds me, like now I want to watch Person of Interest. So like really good so far from what I've seen. So although side note, I don't think that Terminator should have ever been like a whole franchise. I feel like after the first 2 movies they should have probably just left it alone. Because they can't quite get the time travel thing right. They can't figure out what their thing is, and I feel like every time they try to do a new movie, it's like a reboot. But so far, the show's pretty good.
Well, the thing that I like about this one is it's completely divorced from the original characters. It's not weighed down. It's not weighed down by connection to the original characters.
It doesn't bring up the Connors at all, or Kyle Reese.
There's no Reese. There's no John Connor in this. There's no Sarah Connor. There's no Uncle Bob. There's no T-101. The models are not, or the name of each episodes are model 101 through 108, which is just a nice little nod to the models. But the fact, or I do like this show, it gets slightly confusing because of alternate timeline shift and the discussion of when you send somebody back, you're not sending them back to the past that occurred. You are sending them back to a new past, a past that has not happened.
Right, to create a new future.
You are essentially creating a new timeline when you send somebody back. Time is not a straight line. Me personally, I like the loop or the time loop theory of time because time wants to correct itself. When you fuck with time, time will fuck right back. So essentially,
you like the wobbly. You like the
let me explain.
Wobbly.
Let me explain.
Okay.
I have done a video of how I would do the I would do a 2-movie continuation after Terminator 2, in which it would send it full circle. Because the way that I theorize it, if they say they stop Judgment Day after Terminator 2, the events of T2, say they actually stop Judgment Day completely. Okay, 2029 comes around when Kyle Reese is to be sent back to the past to father John Connor. The exact moment in time, I don't know the date. All I know is that the year 2029 was when he was sent back. But when that date comes up, John Connor ceases to exist. That is time catching up and destroying the paradox that is created because the paradox, or it is countering a paradox, essentially. Because by the Terminator sending a Terminator back in time and then sending Kyle Reese back in time, creating a time loop which is required for John Connor to live. You got to make sure that the events happen. You have to make, or unfortunately, in that universe, Judgment Day is necessary in order to continue living on past that moment for John Connor.
Even though they don't have the Connors or Kyle Reese or any, like you said, that tie-in, so they're kind of freer.
Yeah.
I do like when she goes back and she picks up the thing and it's like August 1997,
Yep.
and I'm like, oh, I know that day.
Yep. I mean, they put it very close to the thing. Now there are some errors, folks, because Malcolm Lee, now either he believes this or he is unaware of it, that Skynet goes online and becomes instantly self-aware. Wrong. Skynet goes online August 4th, 1997. Takes 25 days to become self-aware, and on August 29th, 2:18 p.m., launches nukes after becoming self-aware.
1997.
And he launches them against Russia, not against Japan, not against any other place, but Russia, because he knows that the Russian Skynet knows the Russian counteroffensive will wipe out the U.S. Now, it doesn't say anything else about other people or other countries' nukes. So, but in this show, we get up to the point where nukes are flying. Up to episode 4, nukes are flying.
Yeah.
And they're dropping. However, it stops there because Malcolm
5.
puts Kokoro online. He's like, what will you do if I put you online? I will communicate with Skynet and I will determine whether or not you deserve to be saved. So he goes on faith, believing that Kokoro will at least or hopefully stop it. But will
and
it?
That's what
So
was reminiscent to me
yeah.
for Person of Interest is when he puts his it's been a really long time since I've watched
Samaritan
it.
versus the machine, essentially.
Yes.
The machine
yes.
never had a name, but Samaritan was the
Right,
other
just
AI,
the machine.
which was Skynet,
Right,
essentially.
and he's like trying to teach this, but you constantly see scenes of this guy trying to teach the machine empathy and like
Yep.
why human life is valuable and playing chess in the park and just
Mhm.
watching, like people watching, and like why people are important, why human lives are important. And that was the difference between his machine and Samaritan. And so we didn't get all of that backup between Kokoro and and Malcolm. So we're like, it is a
Well-
really intense ending of an episode of like, okay, this is our last hope, but he's trying to prevent these dreams that he's been having of him seeing the mushroom cloud and then holding his kids as everyone dies.
Yep. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to spoil anything for later. What you see so far, you're going to be shocked, or you're going to be surprised by what you learn later on. I do like how they do a lot of callbacks to the different.
Do you want to pick this back up next weekend for the finale?
Yes, for the next weekend when you finish it. You finish the next 4 episodes because you're gonna need to for the for discussion, but also to wrap your head around it. I do like how they do have a lot of different call outs, Easter eggs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm sorry. And in this one, did they reveal Masaki's interesting feature? I do believe she was attacked in the police station. Yes, the nanny in episode 4. Kate.
Sorry, I'm having an internet hiccup.
Oh, sorry. The nanny Masaki.
The nanny, I really empathize with her character, because she was put in like the most
Was she?
insane.
It's or in the last episode. I'm sorry to interrupt, but in the last episode, was she attacked by the Terminator that you
Yes,
seen? And did it reveal, or did
I
she
started episode 5, so yeah,
her arm?
she's yes,
Okay, so
yep,
you know about her arm.
yep.
What was your
I didn't
thoughts
want
on
to
that?
say too much for
What
so
were
the
your
arm.
thoughts on it?
So
Yeah.
lots of great callbacks, and usually I don't like nostalgia for nostalgia's sake,
Mhm.
but I don't think that that's what they're doing in this show.
No.
So the arm thing, calling back to the OG, I was like, hell yeah. But also,
My question is, what do you think she is?
I I think that she's some sort of AI that Malcolm programmed, because you know that we saw all of those freaking bodies and stuff, that like he's doing
Yeah.
his own thing where he's making his own like AI human hybrid dealio things,
Yeah.
which is interesting because like in this timeline it's obviously different from the Sarah Connor timeline that we know. But if he's working on like integrating like Westworld style human people, it wouldn't be too far for me to assume that he created the perfect like nanny for his kids.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that make
Now,
sense to you?
yes, I mean it's an interesting theory. I already know everything about her. But once you get there, you'll be like, oh shit. That's interesting. But yeah, yeah, folks, when the Terminator rips her arm off and there's mechanics underneath, it's like, oh shit. Without or I can't really go any further because there is a
You
theme
don't want to
in
spoil for me.
yeah, there is a theme in this movie. It's not an agenda, it's a theme. It is a theme that they or a lesson or so to speak in this show that they did well that only makes sense when you watch it all the way through. And I really think they portrayed that very well. There is, or some people might interpret, I mean, folks, a lot of people are looking for wokeness in everything now. And unfortunately, a lot of
Right, they
people
want
have
the
yet to
knee-jerk
learn how to
reaction.
differentiate. There isn't wokeness in this film or in this series.
Show,
Now,
yeah.
you will, or you might hear it, or you might hear something that might be like, oh my God, are they seriously implying that? No, there was no implication. Because honestly, the way that they are doing it now, they are putting the stuff in without making any direct references so that they can say, well, or they will go into their special features or their behind the scenes interviews and shit. That is what determines for me nowadays whether or not something is woke is what they say behind the scenes or in interviews. If they are revealing that that is their intent in the interview,
Right.
yeah. Hey, good to see you, Kenny. We're talking a little bit about our all the way up to episode 4 of Terminator Zero. We're gonna
I'm gonna
discuss the
finish
or the
watching it
last half
in the
after,
next couple
or
days.
yeah,
It's
next
pretty
week.
good, so I'll have my thoughts for you.
Yeah.
Um,
But the way that I see it, folks, now if you want to know whether or not something is woke, is if it is absolutely blatant in the media or the medium that is being shown, or if they are in their uh interviews saying that is the stuff that they are doing. Because honestly, there is overt stuff. To give an example, there's overt stuff that is wokeness in the Acolyte, the whole is he or they. It's like, seriously, that was an insert of pronoun. That's an insert of stupidity, of wokeness. The lesbian witches, that's not necessarily woke, because gay or LGBTQ already existed in Star Wars before Disney got it, before even Filoni got it. There was gay Mandalorians, there were bisexual clones, there were all sorts of other shit. So you have to be more
about it's not that someone's sexuality is out there. It's when it's in your face and they're beating you over the head with it.
It's when they insert, or the self inserts, essentially.
Yeah, the
like
self
that,
insert,
or like that bit. It's like, is he or they with us? And it's like,
right, exactly.
That is
yeah,
wokeness. That's the woke bit.
Or like, Doctor Who for the they brought back the 10th Doctor and Catherine Tate, and he's like, oh, do they go by they or he? I'm sorry, and is asking this alien what its pronouns are. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like nobody fucking cares what pronouns are, man.
Now,
here's the
I
thing,
just want to say to Kenny P, you beat me to the punch, because
Yep.
great example of two well-written characters and a romance and relationship done right.
And
Buffy.
Now,
Tara and Willow.
folks,
everybody loved Tara and Willow.
Yeah, Tara and Willow. Yeah.
Yep.
They didn't shove it in your face. We saw Willow's sexuality unfold over time. We saw their friendship unfold into romance over time, and it was natural, and nothing was weird about it. And all of a sudden, Willow was into girls, and nobody cared because they didn't talk about it. It was just a natural progression, and it was something. She had a boyfriend, then she had a girlfriend. The end. Like, it wasn't a thing.
Yep. Now, to get back to my point, though, when it comes to things like pronouns, folks, I hate to break it to Disney. They didn't even break that glass ceiling. You see, the EU, especially this book, which has 3 different novels in it, specifically the episode 3 novelization, Revenge of the Sith, has a line in it, he, she, or it, as pronouns, because it refers to the non-binary species of Star Wars, changelings that could be either male or female due to their biological makeup. There is a creature in Mandalorian culture called a Streel that is a hermaphrodite, both male and females, yet they sometimes call them its, or it, refer to them as it. So I hate to break it to you all you people who are just into Star Wars just to make sure that they get all of the inclusivity. It already exists. You just don't like it.
You just don't know about it. It's I don't know if they've just been. Here's the thing, like they get all of these woke writers who've never been introduced to the EU, and they go, "Oh, Star Wars is just for white people or whatever," and they haven't included any of this. Well, okay, have you been introduced to the EU? Because you just listed off a whole bunch of like stuff, and I don't think that they know about it, because if
some
they
of them
did,
do, some of them don't.
If they had been introduced to it, if they did know about the EU, they would have freaking stopped their bitching about, oh, we don't have any representation, and B, they wouldn't have like stabbed the EU in the back so hard. Or maybe they're just not nerds, and that's the freaking problem, is you hire non-nerds to do a freaking project who hate the source material and want to make it their own. Like,
but anyway,
your quality's trapped.
We are getting on a tangent.
So sorry.
But yes, the fact of the matter is, folks, Star Wars are shit nowadays. You got, or they are learning. You know, the whole, Hollywood is learning. They know that the woke shit isn't working. They know that the shit isn't is turning people off. So now they are learning to be more subtle about it. They can have the little inserts here, they can have the little inserts there, but they won't push the messaging in the movie or the show or whatever they're doing. However, they will confirm whether or not it is intended in their marketing. And that is where it lies. That is how you can confirm whether or not it is woke. As for Terminator Zero, there isn't wokeness in it that I have seen. And I've looked up interviews and shit. Not a damn reference to anything of it. Now, I can't exactly go into detail because it would spoil some shit for Kate. So I'm going to leave it at that. But is there any final thoughts you want to give on what you've seen from Terminator Zero so far?
I like it. Obviously, we can get nitpicky about the time travel because time travel in anything, it's not going to make perfect sense because it's all theoretical, you know. But it's enjoyable to watch. It's it reminds me of like it's not woke because there's like I feel like every time there's like a female lead, and be like, oh my god, it's woke, and it's like, no, it kind of reminds me of Major from Ghost in the Shell,
Hmm?
like her vibe.
Well, there is a Ghost in the Shell had a little bit of impact on the show.
So and so like my final thought would be this show has incorporated a lot of nerdy elements from other things without making it like a trap. Like if they haven't trapped people into like a nostalgia bait. I think they've done a good job of paying homage while also telling their own story set in a totally other place. Like, hey, this is in Japan. This isn't anywhere near where your other story that we know of the same universe takes place. Obviously, from the timeline thing, we can assume, okay, maybe this is a just different timeline, but they're fighting the same war, you know. Um, so I'm okay with like removing, like I can compartmentalize, and if I compartmentalize away from the original, they still do a good job of paying homage and like tipping the hat and doing their own thing. And I don't know, I like it. I'm sure that as I sit on it and reminisce, I might start picking things apart, and I might have more to say the next time we talk about it, as far as like things maybe that I don't like. But overall, I would say solid 8.5 out of 10.
All right, that's fair. And yes, honestly, that's actually where I give it to. I actually put it at about an 8.5. Ambassador has 2.
Sorry, hit the wrong button.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I wasn't going that one. Sorry.
But anyway,
I was listening to y'all.
We are going to be ending here. It's all right. But yes, we are going to be ending here. So, Ambassador, is there anything you want to say before we go? Plug your channel or anything?
I've got 2 videos. One's already up. One will be up later tonight, if not tomorrow. The one that's up now is episode 4 of the Ultra Retro podcast. We did a review of Adventures of Robin Hood, and then the one I'll be uploading will be episode 5 of the Tarantino podcast, where we cover Kill Bill. Got my plans for September already in place. Gonna have a big shindig double watch party on the week of my birthday. And then going to be doing a live rewind of Beetlejuice, and going forward from there. So make sure you hit those. Make sure you check out my channel. Make sure you do all the things that you do with the videos and the streams and everything else I'm doing. So, and thanks again for a good discussion. And I am definitely going to, once I have the ability to do so, go check out Terminator Zero, because y'all given me a lot of good feedback, and I'm definitely interested. So thanks to
All
both of you.
Yeah.
Yep. As for me, folks, tomorrow is Orange Hat Rants, or the Monday Night Rants, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Tuesday is Kaiju, or it's Kaiju September, Kaiju month. I'm going to be going over the Kaiju and the Jaegers of Pacific Rim.
Nice.
And that's how I'm kicking that one off. Tuesday night is the Barroom Podcast with Society Reviews. And we're going to be on his channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard talking all sorts of different topics. Wednesdays this month for the ones and twos are on Mara's channel, Jade Shadow. We will be doing X-Men 1 and 2 for the ones and twos. And the singles on Thursday, exclusively on X, will be 8:30 p.m. on her channel. And my X profile will be talking the Wolverine and Logan. And I will have a nice little surprise for you all for those particular streams, because they arrive in 6 days. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I will get back to you on when we're doing ones and twos and the singles, because usually they're in the later half of the month. And Fridays, Orange Hat Uncensored. However, this Friday I might not be doing Uncensored, or I might do it, and then I'll do Beetlejuice discussion on Sunday with the weekly recap, due to seeing it on Saturday. So yeah, have a good night. Am I missing Friday night show? It didn't happen because, or last Friday didn't happen because Janet wasn't there. Been on vacation. So yeah, we didn't have Orange Hat Uncensored. You say something, Kate?
I said, damn it, Janet.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm
she's
joking.
entitled to have a thingy.
I'm just messing with you, Janet. Sure, you're super nice.
Yeah.
Have your day off.
Yep. Oh, she's had a week or two off. Don't say the B word 3 times.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Which word?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice?
Shush.
Beetlejuice?
Anyway.
Beetlejuice. Ah!
Yeah,
Beetlejuice.
Anyway,
Gotta
folks.
say it quick.
The juice
quick.
is loose. Anyway, folks. Yeah, the juice is loose on Saturday or Friday or Saturday. I'm gonna see it Saturday, so I could do Orange Hat Uncensored, because sometimes my stepbrother gets out late, so I wouldn't have been able to do Orange Hat Uncensored on Friday night anyway. But anyway, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful night, and always remember to stay humble. Peace.
Are you done? Are you done?